Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. All praise due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is our Rabb, Lord, cherisher, sustainer, creator of the whole universe. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send the peace and blessing on his messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inshallah, today in this majlis, I will try to cover the Zakat, one of the 5 pillars of Islam. This is the also obligation, and you can imagine that it is the pillar of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that to take Zakat from the believers and do the dua for them. It says, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ صَلَاتَكَ سَكَنٌ لَهُمْ. Take from their amwal, from their wealth. Charity, sadaqatan here means zakat, which will purify them and which will cleansing them. First thing he says, the cleansing them, tutahirum of the zakim, purifying them. Cleansing the mal. Until the mal's zakat would be not given, that whole mal is like unpure. When you pay zakat, your own mal is purified. To zakkihim, the love of the wealth is naturally in human being. So when the person paid the zakat, it will be hard on his nafs. And that will purify his heart from the love of the material, love of the wealth. That will help him to more keep close to Allah. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ, you do the dua for them. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sometimes people used to bring the zakat, he used to do the dua for them too. Quran says what? This is the Quranic ayah, and Allah praised always those who paying zakat. Allah talk about them, that in their amwal, their wealth, there is for the people who ask and people who do not ask, but still they have the portion for them. وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. In their wealth, there is rights, portion for the sa'il, one who asks, and one who do not ask, but usually people try to find out that who is really in need of that. Also, Allah mentioning this, the sifat and quality of the mu'min, men and women, they ya'muruna bil ma'roof, they enjoying good, wa yanhawna 'anil ma'roof, wa yanhawna 'anil munkar, they forbidding bad, wa yuqimuna as-salah, and wa yuqimuna as-salah, and they establish the salah, wa yu'tuna az-zakah, and they pay their zakah, wa yuti'una Allah wa rasulah, and they obey Allah and His Messenger. These are the people, sayarhamuhumullah, soon Allah will have a mercy on them. So another place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, Alladina makkannahum fil ardi, those who are, we gave them the tamkeen in the earth, like give them the now, you know, that they have their land, they can live there, they can enjoy there. They should do what? They should establish the salah now. They should pay their zakat. They should enjoy good and forbidding bad. So this is all these places, many places. And Allah also said that if you pay zakah, what Allah will give you, وَمَا أَنفَقْتُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ فَوَلِيُّخْلِفُ, whatever you give, Allah will replace that. Another place said that Allah will, any good deed, Allah will bring the ashara amthaliya, tenfold. Another place says, مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُم فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ كَمَثَلِ حَبَّةٍ أَنبَتَتْ سَبْعَ سَنَابِلَ فِي كُلِّ سُنبُلَةٍ مِائَةُ حَبَّةٍ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُضَاعِفُ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. Those who are spending in the path of Allah is like a depend that sometimes some place is more important than other place. So those are spending for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's deen. What Allah do? His example is giving that like a one seed you put in the ground, and then it has the 7 years, and each year has the like a 10, the 100, the seeds come. So one seed brings the like a 700. So you giving one, Allah give you 700, you die of limisha. And it's dependent in what situation you are spending. That will Allah will, according to your ikhlas, according to your situation, or Allah will increase more reward. So that is the, everybody have this, those who are mashallah spending, they have the experience. One place Allah say, Yamhaqullahu riba wa yubis sadaqat. Allah decrease by taking the interest. Your wealth will be go down or decrease. And wa yubis sadaqat, and when you give the zakat, Allah will increase your mal, your wealth. Sometime Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove the troubles which is coming in your way. Sometime Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stop the disease and the all kind of the evils coming in your way. It said that through the sadaqah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tadfa'ul bala, and bala, the musibat, Allah remove that, Allah push it away because of zakat. And this is the also those who are the suffering. You give them zakat, you don't need to ask them to make dua, because whatever they're enjoying, their need and fulfilling need, that automatically is dua for you. So zakat is, like I say yesterday, is a fard, and zakat is that's also part of the fard, because that's zakatul fitr before Eid. And the third is the regular charity. Regular charity can be given to anybody. Zakat is supposed to go to only the Muslim who is in need. And needs is like that means that person have whatever his income, but maybe he or she have the need of their basic needs of the house. They don't have this proper place to live, proper place to eat, or proper eating and all that. Not like, okay, I don't have that person is so poor, miskin, bichara, he don't have the TV in his house or such and such. That is not the need. But let's say if somebody want to start, somebody who's like a poor, and but he's like a kind of like always behind. But if you buy for him something for his income, that would be like also can be zakat. Like let's say a person who do the mazduri, who just work and barely fulfill his need. But let's say I want to buy for him some tela or something, he can start, or give him some amount as zakat, and he can start some business, small business. That's where also zakat can be given. Anyway, so this is like a fadilat and virtue of the zakat, that when we pay the zakat, what we will achieve that. Those who not paying the zakat, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? Allah say, وَالَّذِينَ يَكْنِزُونَ الذَّهَبَ وَالْفِضَّةَ وَلَا يُنْفِقُونَهَا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ فَبَشِّرْهُم بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. Those who are like collecting and gathering and piling the silver and the gold, and they're not spending in the path of Allah, give them the basharat of good tiding. It is not good tiding, basically, like it's saying in a way of like give them the good tiding of the punishment, the danak bi adabin alim, very painful adab. Yawma yuhma aliyha fi nari jahannam. Those wells you're not paying, it will be melt, and then they will be stamp on their face, on their forehead, and on their sides, and on their back. And Allah will say, Hada, angel will say, Hada ma kanastum. This is what you collecting for yourself. Fadhuku, you taste the adab, what you are collecting that. So that same wealth, basically, nowadays you don't have the silver and gold, but this money is basically is supposed to be as much gold, and the gold supposed to be in the khazana of that country. You cannot just stepping the money and then there is nothing behind that. There is a situation here is different, everybody know that, but actually the dollar have the value. So whatever the country have their money, you know, so that is basically the gold. And according to that, that whatever we have this cash money, this is basically gold. So that will be on the day of judgment. Through that wealth, person will be punished. لا تحسبن الذين يبخون بما آتاهم الله من فضله. Don't لا يحسبن الله. Those who are doing bukhl, those who are the have the this bukhl in their heart, they're not giving the what Allah gave them to give the from there. لا يحسبن الذين يبخلون بما آتاهم الله من فضله. Those people who are doing bukhl in the blessing which Allah gave them, thinking I'm collecting and this is better for me, Allah said, tell them this bukhl is shar for them. What you're collecting is shar for them. Yeah. If you're paying zakat, then it's okay. Otherwise, this is a shar and evil for you. وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ الَّذِي جَمَعَ مَالًا. Those who collecting the mal. الَّذِي جَمَعَ مَالًا وَعَدَّدَ. And keep counting every day. How much there, you know. وَعَدَّدَ. يَحْسَبُ أَنَّمَا لَهُ أَخْلَدَ. And he thinking that he's whatever he have or his mal is forever. That will not forever. That will, what you use, that your, what you wear is that your, and whatever you giving the good charity, that is actually for you. Otherwise, a remaining thing is for your, you know, children or whoever they live behind you, their hair. That's for them. Otherwise, you thinking, you know, this is my giving, coming with me, is not coming with you. الذي جمع ماله الذي جمع ماله وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده كلا لينبذن في الحطمة. That wealth and you all will be thrown into the hutama. وما أدراكم الحطمة. Hutama is one of the portion of the hellfire. وما أدراكم الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة. That has a fire. And that fire effect is what? It's reached to the inside of the heart. You know, dunya fire is what? Dunya fire is when the person is like burning, is like a certain kind of the degree you burn, then automatically die. It's not necessary that fire is reaching to your deep of your heart. Because the love of the wealth is like inside the bottom of the heart. So that's why that fire, when he not paying zakat, so that will reach, will not die person, because you know, Quran said that every time when the portion of that jild, that skin will burn, Allah replace it. Kullama nadida juluduhum baddalnahum juludan. This skin is you know, burning, then other skin will come, and the burning keep going on, and that will go all the way. That layum badanna fil hutama wa madrakum al hutama narullah, Allah's fire, al muqada allati tattali ala al afida. It will go all the way bottom of the. So may Allah protect them from that. This is the virtue, and if you're not paying, and there is many ahadith also, but I was not taking this enough to understand that how bad is like not to pay the zakat. First and foremost thing is that your mal have no blessings. It could be go away. It could be, you know, taken away. So now the question comes that who have the zakat, and you know, zakat how much? So it said that the certain kind of the gold and certain kind of the silver. It is mentioned like in old days that people have the darahim and the dananir. So in calculation of nowadays, if you go by the silver, it could be like a very, you know, it's too much. But one of these things, not necessarily gold, it could be silver and it could be gold. So silver nisab is said the 612.36 gram. If you have you know, silver. So gold supposed to be, let's say that the gold, if you have the gold, then gold supposed to be the it's you have that's the 19 what do you call the, just a minute, 87.48 grams you have the gold. That is like a nisab. But the minimum thing is what? Like if you have the silver, and silver is supposed to be like a 612.36 gram. And I calculate that 1 gram is like online, I check it is like a 50 cent, 1 gram. So you can say that the 612 is like something 306, $7 if you have the in your account, and it is remaining whole year. Let's say this Ramadan, generally, zakat could be given any time, but people usually give in Ramadan. So let's say beginning of the Ramadan, if I have the maybe like a $500, then it's go down, then it's go up, then it's go down, and let's say it's remain $320. So that means I have the zakat is wajib on me. So 300, it's basically 2.5. So it's like a $5, $7, $7.50. So this is your savings. Generally, people give so it could be go up and down, up and down. You maybe have, mashallah, like a 50,000 or 40,000 income, but you have the 4 children, 5 children, family, and you have nothing remained, and no zakat on you. But same time, nobody can zakat to give you too, because you are made, like you doing your, managing your need and necessity. So that's the zakat on your saving. Okay. Second thing, if you have the let's say the side income, like people who have the like houses or apartment. So apartment and houses is there's like a lot of money there, but they have that kept as their income. So they will calculate the income on that. Also, any other thing which has the income. So like you have the machinery, but the machinery, you not just keep the machinery for your house. You basically, through that machinery making your income is. So the on income, if you have the maybe car, that's extra car for your ujrat, like you basically for the you earn through that. So that's your earning would be through, that would be zakat. People ask many times about the stocks. So they have the, stocks to me is like that much wealth I have right now. If I want to sell right now, I can sell and I can get the money. So let's say last year I have these stocks and it has such and such value. It was very high, but this year is go down. So whatever you at the present, that's the price, that's where you pay the zakah. You don't check like a 6 months before was so much up, but whatever now, that much, zakat pay, on that. People ask about like, for what they call 401k or something, So that's the scholars have different. Some say that calculate it. Let's say if I want to take out today, after after the penalty, how much I received today, pay zakat on that. Some others say no, just whenever you will get it, you will pay the zakat. So basically 2.5 to pay zakat. Zakat of the produce is different. Zakat of the the animals is different. But this is zakat who to given in sadaqat lil fuqara, faqir, lil fuqara wal masakin, miskin, wal amilin alayha. People used to go and collect that zakat on the Prophet sometimes and the Khalifa's time. They can be paid from that. صدقات المساكين وصدقات الفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم. The people we are making them close to Islam. Prophet time sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is a people who they were very bitter enemy of Islam, but they were keep coming close to Islam, or they almost Muslim, but they just like a very that they are like shaking. So to make them firm and come close in the deen, to give them zakat, mu'allafat qulubum. Many Americans, accept Islam. Even sometimes they have their enough things, they're not very wealthy, but they have enough. But to make them to more come close to Islam, that's also in that way. And that's why some of the things we can say that our program in the masjid or centers is especially for these these mud or this section, that to make the people more, close to Islam, or sometime to even pay for some TV program or something which make your situation getting better, or so, that area is also very important, that to make your image good. Uh, so that's all will come in our mu'allafat qulubum. Fir riqabi, riqab means to free the slave. If you're paying for that, that's also, in nowadays there's no slavery, but like somebody is in a due, somebody who's a local Muslim, sometimes they want to do their business and to help them. So this will be also count that. Wal gharibin, of course, those who have some look like something they have, but basically they are in lot of in debt. Debt is not because of they bought the house, big house or that, but debt because in their they have the business or something and everything they lost, and they're in the depth of that. Those kind of people, gharim of fi sabilillah. Sabilillah, I talk about that two views. One who said that that's only for jihad fi sabilillah. Others say that the jihad fi sabilillah is not purpose of the life to fight, but since that is a way to spreading the Islam, and or those who are the danger for Islam and Muslims. So if they have some kind of fight going on, to pay, but purpose of to spreading deen. So those who said that because basically you are giving that thing to the mujahid, so it's going to the person. And he said that nowadays, like for the spreading the deen of Allah is not going to the person. Like by building a masjid and building this and building that. I think that's to building imarats is not zakat, but the programs going on in the masjid or in the centers. That's program especially for the like those who are the new Muslim or Muslim, but they are poor and they need of something, books or helping, and those things, it could be, or the students of the deen, they cannot afford. So those kind of things will count as fi sabilillah. Wabni sabil, the last thing is like I don't think is applied nowadays, because those days are musafir. Sometimes he's in other country and he have a lot of mal, but that's not with him. So he's basically poor here, so it can be given. But nowadays, it's not is easy. Like wherever you are in the part of the world, you can get the money like in couple minutes. Very rare the place maybe you cannot get the help. Uh, Sometimes that's why I'm surprised. Like one time I was in the Makkah, and the person said that I lost my. I'm coming from the Canada, and I lost my wallet and this and that, and so I just asked the person. I said, so why don't usually like person who is going for Umrah is basically it will not even Hajj. Hajj maybe might be like somebody who collect their like basic thing and go to the Hajj. But even in this life we are living, there's a people who are the like friends, relatives, and even somebody who is around you, you can ask send money to me. But Allah Alam, but look like the person is just like begging. So that's the person say Ibn Sabil is a musafir. So let's say if somebody really, like sometimes people are coming in our masjid and say, I'm traveling on the highway and that's I have no gas or I have no this and that. We just give them, because it's okay, he's probably in need of that, and we give that. Mostly, like like local people sometimes stop and they come. So you can pay with the intention of the zakat. If you, like let's say last Ramadan I paid zakat, but let's say after Ramadan somebody come in need of, and he said that I need something, so you don't have extra, so it's a campaign zakat, but you write down that I pay zakat in the in Zilhaj, and some person come maybe like in the Rabiul Awwal, and I give him this and I give him this, so you can all you have with the intention that I'm giving zakat. So at the end of the year, when you calculate that I'm supposed to pay like $500 zakat, but I already paid $300, so remain is 200. So that's where you will pay the zakat for that. Who is the zakat on? Of course, the Muslim man, woman. Woman, if she have like her own, that's she will pay. Uh, uh, the big, the differences nowadays. The people say that if you have your your jewelry, the jewelry means like a pure gold, pure silver. There's no zakat on the diamonds or whatever it's like a wealth. If you're selling that, that's different thing. But like let's say if you have the diamond ring, diamond this, diamond that, there's no zakat on diamond. Zakat is only the if you have jewelry, pure gold and pure silver. There's two opinions. Many people say no, there's no zakat in the jewelry. My argument is that in our, especially back home, the people like give their daughters or in marriage the gold, and their purpose is what, like if we have a need of some time hard time, we can sell this and we can like use this fulfill our need. So basically they have no intention to wear. Their intention is maybe like once a while they wear. uh, Mostly they wear like fake one. uh, so if they basically their intention is what, like as like they have to keep that capital. So is capital that's supposed to be have the zakat. But anyway, the both opinions, I will read the hadith for both. And Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha قالت, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala said that دخل علي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم came to me فرعى في يدي فتخات من ورق. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم saw in my hands couple rings of the warak. Warak means silver. فقال لي, he said to me, ما هذا يا عائشة? Oh Aisha, what is this? فقلت صنعتهن, I made it أتزين لك يا رسول الله. I want to be like a beautify in front of you wearing this, this the jewelry. Especially our women's, they don't wear for the husband. They just want to go to like in the marriage or somewhere else in a party. They wear that. What Aisha says, she said that I wear, O Messenger of Allah, to beautify for you, O Messenger of Allah. So if they have like that, they should pay zakat for themselves. فقال أتودين زكاتهن. Rasulullah said, do you pay zakat for this? قلت لا, I say no. Oh, mashallah. Or she said that I say something like that. قال هو حسبك من النار. Prophet said that will be suffice for you to portion of the hellfire. Means if you're not paying zakat, that will become on for you on the day of judgment as in a form of the hellfire. This is hadith. Rawahu Abu Dawud wa Darqutni wal Bayhaqi. Three Aimma, their opinion is that no zakah in the fi hulij al mar'a, the jewelry of the woman. Balighan ma balagha. It does not matter how much that. Faqad rawal Bayhaqi. Bayhaqi have the riwayah, but make it different. Here is that there's nobody is mentioning that Prophet say. Jabir ibn Abdullah, the Sahabi, he said he was questioned about the jewelry. He said that is a zakah in that. Jabir said no. Asma bint Abi Bakr, she used to make the jewelry for her daughters for gold, and she not pay the zakat. وفي الموطأ عن عبد الرحمن بن قاسم ونبي عائشة كانت تلي بنات أخيها يتامى في حجرها. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala have some girls she used to taking care of there, and they have some the jewelry. She not used to give the zakat. All this is like mentioning is the Sahaba's aqwal. But none of this said that Prophet ﷺ said that. So to comparing what the Prophet said and what the Sahaba were doing, so maybe they don't have that enough, you know. So and basically what, like I said, that we have generally the given the women this jewelry as a like a principle. They can keep it if they have the need, if they have they may be like a divorce or something, so they can they live their life on that. So that's why I say that zakat supposed to be. So you can choose yourself that what to do and how to do. uh, uh, I think I mostly covered it, and maybe is there any question, inshallah, after we finish the dua, then uh, I will answer that, and definitely maybe there's a lot of question about that. Uh, Basically, question is answered about the question is about that 401 or 4K1 something, and then your people have their uh, in the market they have some money. uh, Houses, if for rent, then on income it will be given. All need and necessity will be not given zakat. Like let's say your house you're living, your cars you're driving, your other utensil in the house you use it. So for all that there is no zakat on there. So basically zakat is on your savings. That mostly people have that, and that's supposed to be like whatever the end of the year, as much you have, you calculate on that, and you pay the zakat. So these are a few things, and inshallah I'm sending also, brother Shasha will send everybody. There is some, we have the like 13 page, and the different thing is said that its on one is like this. It said that what is zakat, and that's on whom zakat is obligatory and for. Zakat is not obligatory, zakat is not obligatory and for. That is like basically saying that the charity type of wealth on which zakat is for, type of wealth on which zakat is not for, nisab, like how much you should have, and the year is passed on that, howl on rate of the zakat. Uh, this is all the unwan will be the method of paying zakat, to whom zakat can be given. You can read it. Inshallah, Shasha will send to all the brothers, and then inshallah maybe sometime we have the question about that. Uh, Tomorrow, also I have the like because tomorrow maybe we don't have time. I want to start tomorrow the tafsir of the Surah Baqarah, and that I'm reading in the like very quickly. Uh, how much time? Yeah, we have some time. So I will post also this on the ICM broadcast, that how to achieve the maximum rewards and the benefits of the Ramadan. First thing, fast is special fast, not just regular fast. Regular fast was abstaining food, drink, and all that. But keep fast of the eyes, ears, tongue, and all limbs of the body. Even control the evil lust thoughts. Do the three things abundantly, as much you can do. Recitation of the Quran, istighfar, asking forgiveness with repentance, tawbah, remembering your sin, and so Allah, I did this, Allah, please forgive me. Try to cry. If you cannot cry, make your face like you're crying, so that will also more close to accept. uh, uh, Third thing is a dua. Dua is very important. Dua, make it like every 5 times salat, 5 minutes you will do like you make dua. That's very important, especially the breakfast time. Inshallah, that we will do every day collectively. Three things less, talk less. People, mashallah, not meeting this month too much, but they can talk on the phone. So less talk, less sleep. Unless that's not sleeping leading you to do something wrong, then it's better to sleep in the sleep time, not the salah time. See the digital devices less, because people may be using for their job or something, but just to surfacing and doing this and reading unnecessary things. So do avoid that. Avoid three things like a completely. Call fighting, arguing. In the house, sometimes arguing, that also leads sometimes to do wrong thing. B, watching TV, movie, listening music. It is not necessary. It should be avoided totally. Uh, Avoid haram food or even the doubtful food. So that's it take it away the spirituality of the fast. Start your day with the suhoor. Suhoors, if you could like 10 minutes early the mentioned time in the calendar, you stop that. Fajr Salah with Sunnah. Sunnah is a very great reward. Prophet Sallallahu said that the Sunnah of the Fajr is like better than dunya and everything. After that, you can start your Askar. Askar is basically if you have the, the Muslim Pro, it has the number 27. He said that the morning and evening rememberings. If you don't know that, at least you can say that after Salah, that you say La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. You can say that like 11 times. Ayatul Kursi, then the last 3 surah 3 times. If you can say the tasbih, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar, each 100 times. You can say istighfar 100 times. So these are basically the, morning askar. Then read the 10-15 minute Quran and then do the dua. Then, of course, you want to sleep or your work or your job or whatever. Then, Zohar time, read the half an hour Quran with understanding, with listening, tafsir or whatever. You could do it. Sister have the halaqah, they can join that. Those who want to follow, if you have time after Zohar or before Zohar, like there's Haram Sharif Tarawih start, you can put your Quran in front of you and, follow like line by line with the reciter. That's where also you you are listening the Quran, and that would be good thing because, Imam of the Haram is reciting in front of you and you reading Quran, you listening Quran. You keep the Quran in front of you. Don't pray Salah, but you like listen the Quran. Or you have time, you can listen the tafsir in Urdu. Dr. Israr Ahmad is very good, he have like a detailed tafsir and the short tafsir. Or in English, there's many other things, many other, mashallah. Then after that, basically, Asr Salah is like between 6 to 7, 7:15. Our ISIM program will start 7:15, 7:30. The one Hafiz will recite the Jews of that day. And then the 7:30 will start the 7:30 to 8:10, the tafsir and the summary of the Jews, like first day, first Jews, second day, second Jews, like that. And then the 8:10, 8:20 or 25, 10-15 minutes, there will be dua in Arabic, English, and Urdu. And then after that, you pray your Isha as soon as Isha is, entering. And then whoever in your house can read the Tarawih. Let's say if you know the big surah, then you can, divide like this portion. I will read in this 20 rakat or as many rakat you are reading. If you know the last 10 surah and you want to pray 20, you can do the like double time. Each rakat has the Fatiha and surah. Fatiha and surah is 2 rakat. After every 4 rakat, you don't have to see. It's called the tarwiha. Is for those people who used to read long and then after 4 rakat, they used to take like a little rest. If you're reading small surah, maybe you'll finish the, again half an hour. So if you finish half an hour, then the other half an hour you sit and read with the family. Each person read some portion, read the meaning, or you want to listen the tafsir of somebody, you choose it, you could do that way. So this is the way. If somebody know only 2 surah, so keep repeating every 2 rakat. Like if like let's say Qul Falak and Qul Nas. So Fatiha, Falak, and the second rakat Nas. Fatiha, Falak, and Nas, and like that. But as many surah good. So best thing that too. Let's say you know the Yasin and you know the good. You make it portion. Look in the Quran at the daytime that I will read each rakat 8 ayat. It will basically like a 10 rakat. You can pray it in the whole surah Yasin. Same thing, the other surah So one of the portion of the reciting, like I already said, that supposed to memorize. Make it like a 10-15 portion that every day, if you not know, like from Wadduha to Nas, all the surah, so try to memorize those surahs. If somebody know all that, maybe start like Surah Kahf, every day 3 ayah, 4 ayah, 2 ayah. That's also, best way to do in Ramadan. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq for practice this and give us the strength for after pray, inshallah, we have the time for the portion of the question and answer. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah bil alamin wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Hannan ya Mannan ya Hayy ya Qayyum bi rahmatika nastaghith. Allahumma aslih lana sha'nana kullah. Allahumma la takilna ila anfusina tarfata 'ain. Allahumma inna na'udhu min shururi anfusina min sayyiati a'malina. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها وأنت خير من زكاها. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولأساتذتنا ولمشايخنا ولأولادنا ولأزواجنا ولمن حق علينا ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر المسلمين في مشارق الأرض مغاربها. اللهم رد كيد المشركين والكافرين ومعاونهم على نحورهم. اللهم شتت شملهم ومزق جمعهم. اللهم اصلح أوهام المسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم إنا نسألك بأسمائك الحسنى وبصفاتك العلى وباسمك العظيم أن ترفع عنا هذا البلاء وهذا الوباء. اللهم إنا نسألك باسمك العظيم أن تحفظنا بحفظك وأن تكلأنا بكلك يا رحمن يا رحيم. اللهم احفظنا من كل بلاء الدنيا وعذاب القبر وعذاب الآخرة. Ya Allah, mercy on us and forgive all the sins, Ya Allah, done knowingly or unknowingly. Ya Allah, make our heart clean and clear before Ramadan start. Ya Allah, bring the nur and khair and the barakah in our heart. Ya Allah, make us reach to the month of Ramadan and bless this Ramadan for us and for our ummah. Ya Rabbal Alameen, we are very weak. Protect us from the shaitan and from our nafs and from our low desire. Ya Rahman, Ya Allah, this musibah the whole human being is passing through. Ya Allah, protect us from this disease. Ya Allah, protect us, our family, our children, our relatives, our friends, and Ya Allah, our community and the whole ummah. Ya Rahman Rahim, those who are suffering from this disease and all other kind of disease, Ya Allah, give them cure and the siha and the shifa. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Allah, those who pass away with the iman in this disease, give them the shahada, the martaba of the shahada. Ya Rabbal Alameen, those our brothers and sisters who are doing as a doctor and the nurses, Ya Allah, please protect them from this disease and their relatives and their people who are connected with them. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, forgive us. We are very weak. We are very, Ya Allah, in every area of our life we weak. Ya Allah, give the barakah and blessing in our whatever you have given us. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Allah, protect all the masajid of the world. Ya Allah, especially Makkah Mukarramah, Madinah Munawwarah, Masjid Aqsa. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Allah, make our masajid open and make full of with the musallin. Ya Allah, ہماری خطاؤں کو معاف فرما کر اپنے کرم کا معاملہ فرما دیجیے، اپنی رحمتوں کو معاملہ فرما دیجیے. یا اللہ، یا اللہ، اس وبا سے، اس مصیبت سے ہمیں اور ساری انسانیت کو، یا اللہ، اس کو یا اللہ اپنی حفاظت میں لے لیجیے. یا اللہ، لوگوں کو اس سے سبق سیکھنے والے بنا دے. یا اللہ، کہ ہر چیز پر اللہ قادر ہے. اللہ چاہے تو چھوٹی چھوٹی مخلوق سے تم کو عذاب دے سکتا ہے. یا اللہ، یہ ہمارے عذاب نہ بنائیے، ہمارے ریمائنڈنگ بنا کر ہمیں آپ سے قریب ہونے والے بنا دے. یا اللہ، ہمیں اپنے گناہوں کی توبہ کرنے والے بنا دے. یا اللہ، ہم انسانوں کو یہ آپ نے باور کرا دیا کہ یا اللہ، پوری انسانیت مل کے بھی ایک اللہ کی چھوٹی مخلوق کا مقابلہ نہیں کر سکتی. یا رب العالمین، ہمیں اس سے سبق سیکھ کر یا اللہ آپ کی یاد اور ذکر کرنے والے بنا دے، آپ کی دی ہوئی نعمتوں کی قدر کرنے والے بنا دے. یا اللہ، انسان اپنے گھر سے جہاں چاہے جا سکتا ہے. یا اللہ، کتنی بڑی نعمت تھی. یا اللہ، کتنی بڑی نعمت تھی کہ ہم جب چاہے مسجد میں جا سکتے تھے. یا اللہ، اگر ہم نے اس میں کمزوری دکھائی ہے تو ہمیں معاف فرما. یا اللہ، اور جب بھی یہ کھل جائے تو یا اللہ ہمیں مسجد کے ساتھ کنیکٹ کر دے، مسجد کے برکتوں میں سے ہمیں نواز دے. یا اللہ، ہماری مساجد کے یا اللہ جو پروگرام ہے، جو پلان ہے، یا اللہ اس کو اپنی رحمتوں سے جاری ساری فرما کر یا اللہ ہمارا جو مسجد کا یا اللہ پروگرام ہے، یا اللہ اس کو پروجیکٹ ہے، اس کو یا اللہ غیب سے مدد فرما کر یا اللہ اس کو مکمل فرما دے، اس کی تکمیل کو پہنچا دے. یا رب العالمین، یا اللہ جو لوگ اس مشکل وقت میں مساجد مدارس یا اللہ دین کے کاموں میں خرچ کر رہے ہیں، یا اللہ ان کے خوب بھرپور مدافعت فرما. خاص طور ہمارے اس پروجیکٹ کے لیے لوگوں نے جو کچھ اس سے پہلے دیا ہے، یا اللہ ان کے روزی روزگار میں مال و جان میں خوب برکت عطا فرما اور مزید برکت عطا فرما. یا رب العالمین، ہمیں تیری راہ میں خرچ کرنے والے بنا دے، بخل سے ہماری حفاظت فرما. یا اللہ، زکوٰۃ اور صدقات دے کر یا اللہ ہماری مال کو یا اللہ پیوریفائی فرما دیجیے. یا اللہ اپنے کرم کا معاملہ فرما. ہمارے رشتہ دار، محسنین، دوست، احباب، ملنے جلنے والے، والدین جو بھی آپ کے رحمت میں پہنچ چکے ہیں، یا اللہ ہم سب کی مغفرت فرما کر ان کے درجات کو بلند فرما. یا اللہ، رسول پاک صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کو اپنی شان مقام محمود نصیب فرما. آپ کے ازواج اور اولاد و خلفاء اور صحابہ تابعین تابعین سب کے درجات کو بلند فرما. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر وقنا عذاب الحشر وقنا عذاب الفقر وقنا عذاب الدين واحشرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين مع الأبرار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا رب.